Today's model showcase is a Tzaangor. First released in 2017, initially for Age of Sigmar, and then eventually that same year ported to 40k, the Tzaangor is a close quarters infantry unit. In 40k, the Tzaangors serve the purpose of being cheap, kinda squishy scout infantry, serving the purpose of putting early pressure on objectives and then dying. So yeah, not super great, but they're only 7 points a model, so I mean, not a big deal, I guess. But in Age of Sigmar, Tzaangors get a massive glow up. They are melee combat beasts in Age of Sigmar, able to lay down a lot of damage and take a surprising amount of it as well. So if you're playing 40k and you're playing Thousand Suns, yeah, maybe one box of Tzaangors, you really don't need that many. But in Age of Sigmar, if you're playing Disciples of Tzeentch, yeah, you're probably going to want a lot of these, but it sort of depends on your own personal playstyle. Taking a closer look at the model itself, you can see that this guy is equipped with a chainsword and an auto pistol. These do not come with the Tzaangor box. Instead, they are a $15 upgrade box that gives you 5 of each. That is not worth it. For one, you would only be able to switch out 5 of your 10 Tzaangors with these weapons. 2, if you just use the weapons that are in their box, they are compatible with both games, but giving them the chainsword and auto pistol makes them no longer compatible with Age of Sigmar. And 3, these weapons are just worse than their normal Tzaangor blades. You get more attacks, and you get a really bad ranged option, but you're losing out on the higher strength of the Tzaangor blades. So yeah, this isn't worth it at all. Yet, here we are. I have to live with the consequences of my actions. That all being said, I do really like the design of the Tzaangor chainsword and the auto pistol. They're very over the top, but they really fit in with the rest of the Thousand Suns aesthetic, whereas the Tzaangors in general don't fully fit with that aesthetic, but this brings them more in line with the rest of the army. As I made mention in previous shorts, I just really like the Birdmen. There's something weirdly fun about them, and I think their horns are super cool, especially when you dry brush paint them. In fact, this entire model takes really well to dry brushing. The horns, the feathers on the back of the neck that I've sort of gradually built up to a purple, the kilt, the skin itself. I just have a lot of praise for the Tzaangor. I just think they're silly little guys, and I like running them, even if they're bad in 40k. Pointing out some of the little details, you can see he's got like a little eye on his belt, which I actually want to go pick out and paint now. He's got what looks like, it's kind of hard to see, but a tiny little bird skull that I've painted in gold. And then a little, what looks like ritual dagger on his hip that he kind of has no point in having. And that about wraps it up. I like the Tzaangor probably a bit more than I should, so I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 just because I think he's a silly little guy.